Hey, what is going on, guys? Xpertfusion here, and in this video I want to talk about a topic that has come to my attention lately about Advanced Warfare. And was it a failure? Was Advanced Warfare a failure for the Call of Duty series? Now, I'm going to come right out and say no, I don't think it was a failure, but I definitely don't think it was a good Call of Duty game. And there's a lot of reasons that made it not as good, in my opinion, why it's at my 7th spot, second to least favorite Call of Duty in history. It's not because of it being a failure. I thought at launch the game was great. I thought, the first month of the game for me was really fun. I really dig the exosuit movement. I really liked it. But then it started coming to me later when I started realizing that this game isn't that good, and everyone else started realizing it, and that I think made it a lot less fun for me. Was stuff like, first of all, finding out skill-based matchmaking was in the game. At first, I didn't really notice, but I did kind of know. I thought I was just doing really, really bad because I was dying a lot. But then I found out skill-based matchmaking was in the game, which is one of the reasons that's really, really bad about the game. And it made it so I could never get into lobbies with bad people and just destroy. I was always playing people who are sometimes better than me, really. A lot of the times they're better than me. And really made it unfun for me, because sometimes the funnest thing in Call of Duty is honestly playing against shitty people and just destroying them. But of course, it's not always going to happen. But with skill-based matchmaking, it makes it so literally every game is with someone who's either as good as you or better. So that kind of ruined it for me. And also, reverse boosting and all that stuff that people did also kind of ruined it. And then also realizing that people started realizing how the exosuits should have been used, and that's when they started using them in ways that really pissed me off, like literally when you're in the gunfight, jumping out of the way and completely just boosting just somewhere crazy, and it really makes the game feel a lot more random and way too fast-paced. On some maps, like really small maps, it's just way too fast-paced. It goes out the limits of how fast-paced it should be. And then the one thing that definitely threw off the game for me was advanced supply drops. Now, supply drops I thought was one of the coolest things they ever added into Call of Duty, and I freaking digged it. That's one of the reasons why this game was my top 3 in the first month of it. I absolutely loved it. But then once they decided to, we're going to add advanced supply drops, once they decided to do that, that's when it all went to shit, and when I started hating Advanced Warfare. Not necessarily hating, but just not liking it as a Call of Duty game as much, because the funnest thing about this game, to make up for all the exosuit stuff, the skill-based matchmaking, the funnest thing was the supply drops, because you never knew what you were going to get, and it really kept you playing, and it was a lot of fun in that way. If someone had the speakeasy, it was like, oh shit, they have the speakeasy, that's crazy. But once they added advanced supply drops, it all became who is willing to pay money for in-game stuff, for the chance to get stuff, and who's willing to do that. And that's really not as fun as it was before, because before it was like, okay, this dude is freaking lucky as shit because he's not even high level. Obviously he hasn't played much, and he's able to get a speakeasy, which is absolutely insane. But with advanced supply drops, you could literally play an hour. You could literally be like not even prestige, maybe like level 20, and already have like every best elite gun in the game, just because you decide to spend like all your freaking life savings on advanced supply drops. Because people will do that, because it's a video game that they love. They will pay money to do that. And at first it wasn't that bad. I was like, okay, whatever, people can buy, I guess, speakeasy and stuff like that's not gonna be as important anymore. But then they started adding more stuff, like gear, you can only get from advanced supply drops, like that, all the special gear, and it was like, alright, I'm never getting this gear because I don't want to buy advanced supply drops. But it still wasn't that bad, it was only gear, big deal. And then it went to shit when they decided to add the STG, the SVO, and the blunderbuss, and they told us that you could only earn them from advanced supply drops. No, not that you can only earn them from advanced supply drops, but that you need to get a variant from advanced supply drops to be able to obtain them. That's what I meant to say. And you could also get them from supply drops, but the only problem with that was you had a very low chance of getting it because they added in so much more gear. It's just you couldn't. There's no chance that you can be able to get these items, and you need to buy advanced supply drops to do it. And even then, there's not a big chance to get them. And then they added even more guns in. We got the AK-47, the M16, and the Cell 3 Carderizer. I was really hoping they were going to be just, guns that are in the game. You don't have to get the variants or anything like that. But no, they were just like the last set. And then they decided, we're going to add 2 more guns. Probably the last set of guns that we're going to add, the MP40 and the M1911. Just yesterday they announced that. I was pretty excited. I'm like, maybe they'll, it's the end of the game. Maybe they'll let us just get the gun without having to get it from a variant from like an advanced supply drop. But no, guess what? You have to get a variant. It's like fuck you, man. It's like we already bought your game. We already bought all your DLC. I mean, they had great DLC. That's what made the game not as bad as it was before, in my opinion. The DLC made up for it. They had some great DLC maps. All 4 of the DLC packs had some great maps. Had, you know, 2 of them had guns, the other 2 didn't. And then the Exo Zombies maps I thought were pretty good. I mean, of course, you know, some of the Exo Zombies maps I didn't like that much, like Infection wasn't that great. But the other 3, they were great maps, and I thought Exo Zombies was a pretty success in my opinion for the most part. But overall, the game wasn't really necessarily a failure, but it definitely isn't a good Call of Duty game, and I don't think Sledgehammer Games is going to go down the path they went with this one again for the next game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys on my next one tomorrow. I should be doing a Q&A tomorrow instead of Friday. I'll let you guys know why tomorrow. So see you guys in my next video. Peace out.